In part one, we have examined the enticing title of the Blue Zones and its promise. And we have seen that it's not a clear cut, and even the conclusions of researchers are well off or biased. In part two, we have analyzed cases and data and statistics of longevity, and we have seen that they do not really adhere to the blue zones theory. It could be just that your own genes, your own destiny, strong purpose, or another set of variables which we cannot put together. In this part, we will bring some real-life examples of longevity, of people around the globe who reach very old age and do not fit the anti-aging theories, the blue zone theory, or any special diets theory, or lifestyle, or any special pattern that is easily identifiable and implementable. So for longevity, it is helpful to point out some examples. Start with political leaders. Take world leaders across the globe as Fidel Castro. Died at 90, not bad. You probably remember him, always with his army uniform and a cigar. His brother Raúl died at 92. Would you say that this is to do with their beard and army uniform? Or is it more likelihood that it has to do with their strong genes? Queen Elizabeth II died at 96. George Bush, HW, died at 94. Still alive, Henry Kissinger of US at 100 years and going. Jimmy Carter at 98 years and going. Nicola Mancino of Italy, 91 and going. Akihito from Japan, 89 and going. Violeta Chamorro of Nicaragua, 93 and going. Nikolai Ryzhkov of Soviet Union, age 93 and going. Abdul Wade of Senegal, 97 and on. This shows a random collection of leaders from around the world. What do they all have in common? Not much, but they all pass 90 or much more. One cannot say that all these examples I brought, they have the same lifestyle or same diet or what have you. It could, however, hint to something else. They all lived for a purpose, and a larger purpose. And a strong community, yet it's not always favorable. It can be quite lonely there at the top. So purpose, it's quite a driving force. Take people in media. How about Hugh Hefner, a guy who spent his elderly life in a robe surrounded by young, pretty women, died at 91. Maybe this is the secret for older age. Elaine Lane, 96 and strong, fitness guru. Yes, she is from California, but not from Loma Linda, and she is not a Seventh-day Adventist. So, okay, her life is fitness, but many will agree that there is some difficulty for most of us to implement this seriously into our lifestyle. We may have to take this impediment as a set consideration. Take actors. Norman Lloyd died at 102, Ellen Arkin at 90. Eddie Wallach, one of my favorites, died at 98. If we mention Eddie Wallach, then we have to mention his buddy Clint Eastwood, 93 and going. What do they all have in common? Who knows? Have they all lived what's called a healthy life? Probably not. Purpose, meaning, doing, social, probably. Veterans. There are few aviators reaching old age. Take Cole Kugel, oldest recorded pilot, died at 105. And there are more than few pilots in America still flying and active in their 90s. Dan Tulkovsky, he is 102 and going, born in 1921. That means he was born just 10 years after the creation of first airplane concept by the Wright brothers. He started flying at age 20 on a British single propeller engine Spitfire and climbed up the ranks to be a major general in the IAF. Location. To my limited observation, I've noticed more than once that people born in Central Europe have a good chance of reaching long age. Indeed, many Nazis are still found and brought to trials well in their 90s, or even their victims, Jewish survivors from Nazi camps. But they're still around, or have been. Take Elie Wiesel, died at 87, Viktor Frankl died at 92, Simon Wiesenthal died at 96. Purpose, probably. They probably all had a purpose, as Viktor Frankl himself had put it so well in his book Man's Search for Meaning, where he assessed that most of the survivors of the death camps could have carried on only if they had large purpose in mind. I guess if you're a Nazi and your purpose is to murder innocent people, that can also fall in the category of purpose. So if you're born in Central Europe, it's a helpful advantage, but watch this. Longevity anywhere across the globe. Bolivian peasant, native or Aymara tribe, lived past 120 years of age. He had 40 grandkids and 20 great-great-kids. Most of them left the village, but he lived in a straw-roofed and dirt floor hut 13,000 feet elevation in the Andes. He was illiterate, spoke no Spanish, and had no teeth. When the interviewer asked him about his secret of longevity, he said, eating skunk and fox meat, avoiding sugar and pasta, and walk around. So maybe start considering consuming skunks? Count me out. So in this example and the other examples I brought, you can see that longevity can be found anywhere across the globe, and nobody of these people reaching old age can actually pinpoint the secret of longevity. Actually, they don't really care. Longevity, few of my own examples, my examples. My father died younger than expected. His father died really young. But the brother and sisters of my father are still alive, past age 90. Consider they all come from the same family. And it's not that I've noticed that they had a superior lifestyle, or he might have an inferior lifestyle. They more or less had the same simple, down-to-earth lifestyle. I once had a Russian friend in Miami. At age 86, he was strong as a horse. Walks and swims daily, still getting it at least twice a week. Now, in Russia, the recorded lifespan for man is 67. So what? Is this because he exchanged the cold old continent for sunny Florida and stopped drinking vodka daily? I don't think so. I had another friend in Miami at age 98. He was smart, sharp as a razor. Born in Austria to a Jewish family, Nazis tried to kill him, broke his jaw with a blunt hit of the rifle, threw him into the pit, shot the people in the pit, sent the dog to see who was alive. He was alive, and at age 98, he was still alive. Nothing kills him. Not even the low-grade food he was receiving and consuming daily from the Jewish agency. I think his karma surpassed all. But this example is probably enough to make you realize that diet is not the key and not the culprit, necessarily. The secret for long life, for longevity, for vitality is still a secret. It comes in many different outfits, and who are we to know? Therefore, it will be helpful to question and doubt any longevity theory and anti-aging theory you hear all around, and yes, including this video. Albeit this one is not trying to convince you to know all the answers and all the secrets. On the contrary, I try to bring you to critical analysis mode. To summarize, as for now, it is safe to assume that the reasons for longer lives of individuals may not be merely related to lifestyle they maintain, as quoted for the blue zones or any other part of the world. As you have probably noticed, that in these real-life examples I brought here, they show that the variety and diversity of longevity and the core of longevity is not yet comprehended and completely understood. We also have to take in mind that while we may agree to a certain extent with the blue zone theory and healthy living, such as food, diet, clean air, slow pace, community and all, we still can't differentiate these aspects occurring there to islands in vicinity, which seems to have the same aspects but cannot claim longer lifespan. In the next chapter, we will discuss the life expectancy of our ancestors, where we can see that the short lifespan quoted has to be taken cautiously. And with statistics, if not interpreted correctly, it can lead somehow to misleading concepts. Please see the following video part 5 by clicking here and in the link supplied below.